We're live, we're live, we're live. What is up, YouTube people? What is up? How are you doing today on a Tuesday? It's Salty, Salty Tuesday. How are you doing? We're gonna wait a few minutes while some people get on here. Popped most of, or pulled off most of the bubble algae. I shouldn't use the term popped, because then everybody will think I popped it around the Goniopora. And basically just used my little, what do you call that? Turkey baster thing, little dropper. And I sucked it up with the little dropper. And then I went, after I sucked it up with a little dropper last night, I went and power fed this thing. And this thing looked so freaking happy last night. Now it's just sitting back how it was before. I have not seen it like waving in the waves like it was at the store though. Goniopora are really hard to get going, but once they're going, you're golden, basically. You're seeing frog spawn over there too. Okay, so really what I was trying to show today is I moved this shell. That shell over there, I moved it. And why I did that is because I was trying to, as we call it, fuck with my fish, or mess with his head. And basically, I have done that. Oh, my knee. That really hurt. But yeah, you could see there was some algae that was trying to overtake this thing. I got rid of it. Just like on here, there was a whole bunch of algae all over the rock. I did the same thing. Used a little eyedropper and get rid of it. Pulled it out. And yeah, that's basically what I did. You know what I find funny, guys and gals? YouTube was supposed to demonetize everybody today. They did it again. They did this back in 2016. I remember this. Okay? The first time they threatened to demonetize, they wanted you to have, as we're talking, 1,000 subs. Like I said before. They wanted you to have 1,000 freaking subs, right? This was 2 years ago, 2016. I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay? They did this 2 years ago. They tried to pull the scare tactics on everybody, saying that how they were going to demonetize lower channels and this, that, and the other thing. Did they do it? It's the 20th. I'm just asking you people, did they do it? Nope. That's because they're a bunch of liars. I just proved YouTube never holds their shit. I'm just going to throw that out there for all you people that believed in the intrepid bullshit of YouTube again. I said it. Intrepid. It was garbage. Yeah, you just keep on staring at us. How's your other eye doing? That's what I really want to know. His eye looked jacked up last night, but he looks alright now. Man, my throat hurts. That's a fish right there, if you guys didn't know that. Where the hell is Remo this morning? Hosting the filter. That's where he is. There's the shrimp. Right down there in that little crevice. Please tell me they did not kill another snail. I'll be really pissed off. Right there, I don't know if they did. That might be the one that was already dead. Anyhow, this has been a decent morning. I just figured I'll show you guys a little bit of salty time and get a video out there and tell you how YouTube was playing y'all, and they were playing me too. And for a fact, if they don't demonetize everybody today, that just furthers everything I just said. Because it's supposedly supposed to be anybody who doesn't have 1,000 subs after today is supposed to be demonetized and then sent out some supposed bullshit check. I've never once seen nothing from YouTube. I'm like I said, I'm not in it for the money. I don't give a fuck about it. It would be nice to have a little extra money around. Don't get me wrong. Everybody needs a little extra money. But what they were saying, how they were saying they were going to demonetize every channel, I think it's a load of crap. Because if it were true, then as easy as I'm about to tell you, I've already gone to my computer this morning. I've already looked at my monetization. I'm still monetized. And I'm just throwing that out there. I don't really care. I just find it funny that we get bullshitted every single time like this. I just noticed something y'all probably didn't notice. There's a big ass snail right here, and there's a lot of poop right in front of him. I'm wondering if he's still alive. Snails don't last long in here. I don't know why. Maybe it's this guy. Maybe he goes around killing them when there's not enough food. I don't know. We'll never know. But we do know that arrow crabs can be pretty territorial. That's what we do know. I'm going to set this down for a second and feed the crab. Y'all should see down below. I have enough space down there to put a tank. I just haven't done it yet. I've been planning on it, so I don't know why. I mean, I thought about, you know, the way I look at it, I think that every saltwater tank needs a sump, but that's just my opinion. Don't take that as gospel, as I always say. I think every saltwater tank could use a sump. And some freshwater tanks, too. It just really depends how you're running it. Seeing how I've got like 4 crabs in there, we are gonna feed them a little handful. If I can even get the damn little handful through the crack that I created. There we go. Sometimes even humans need a little help. So I redid all this last night. I put a piece of plastic up here because people kept telling me, if you don't watch out your Starry Night Blemmy, they are famous for committing suicide. And yeah, we're talking about a fish here that loves to hurt itself, so to speak. That fish that we were just looking at down in the show, that's the fish we're talking about. Anyhow, they like to jump out of tanks. And I just read a lot of that last night. I don't really believe it. I just took it at face value of people that have been in this hobby probably 20 or 30 years longer than me. And yeah, I say 20 or 30 years. Hey, what's up, Jason? And basically, yeah, I fixed everything up last night. And that took like 20, 30 minutes to cut all that. I don't know why it took that long, because this plastic is hard, probably. But, yeah, I got it in there. I was thinking that maybe later on I'll cut in here, I'll divot this in so it's curved. And, then put the rubber piece that usually you find in the center of 2 pieces of glass back in. So that way I can open and close the tank. But I haven't gotten that far yet, so we'll get there when we get there, right? But yeah, this is the guy that I was trying to point out. I don't know if he's going around killing all the crabs or what, or killing all the crustaceans like the snails and stuff. But that's the guess. And then there's another shrimp right there. I don't know if you guys saw him. We got 2 shrimp in here. There's one right here, and then there's one under there. And they both hide from that guy. You could probably reckon why. He eats freaking crustaceans, and he'll eat anything that he sees or deems as food. Like, if there's enough there for a long time, he'll go through it and he'll kill it. But they're not always that mean, is what I'm trying to tell people. They're like you see him right now, he just picks something up with his claws. That's usually what he's supposed to do. Is go around and do that. But he's been lazy lately. The only part I've seen him do that at is over here in the corner where this little hermit's at. And a few minutes ago, there was just a hermit that walked right in front of him. He didn't kill him, so that kind of leads me to believe maybe the whole crustacean thing isn't really true, you know? Maybe they don't eat every crustacean, or maybe they segregate like us humans do. I don't know. That was just a thought. I'm pretty wired right now. I haven't even had a cup of coffee yet. Let's get there. Let's go make a cup of coffee. Yeah. Hopefully there's beans grinded. I had a fun night last night. I couldn't tell you guys all about this on a video on here. I'm gonna have to start doing those types of videos over on Patreon. But I'm thinking that there will be like an extra uncut version of Nick the Dick Show, and not so much necessarily like any like absurd nudity or any bullshit like that, because obviously you can't have that on Patreon. But more or less like I need water. Anyway, more or less like videos you wouldn't normally see on here, like maybe, I don't know. We can't mention that on here because instantly the video will get demonetized. I don't know why. It's every time I mention something that is against their stupid standards, my video goes from green to yellow, green to yellow, green to yellow. You guys probably think I'm joking about this, but they literally will monetize one of my videos, demonetize it, monetize it, demonetize it. They'll fuck with me. I don't know why YouTube's been doing this, but they have. And people probably think I'm crazy on that one, but I'm not. I've seen it happen to people that have almost 800,000 subs. And it's their way of literally mentally fucking with the people who make YouTube videos, basically. And I have water on the floor. Thank God Mom bought some freaking smart water last night. As I've told everyone that watches my videos before, the water in this house, I would normally just, you know, like anybody else, get water from right here. But the water in this house is so horrible that There's even ammonia in that, and I've tested it. And you know what? I should do a video on that, showing that there is ammonia in the freaking drinking water. That's not good. That shows that California literally sucks, and that Jerry Brown is the worst governor that we've ever had. But that's my opinion. Again, opinions don't trump ideas. Hair was a mess. Can't wait to cut it off. You guys are probably like, no. But yeah, I'm going to cut it off. Either I'm going to dye it first and then cut it off. I haven't figured it out. I'll probably figure it out in the next week and a half. I'd do it. I'll probably do it on a video. I don't know if you guys have been noticing that lately. If I get bored enough and the content is good enough, I've been videotaping it. And that's the way I feel about anything. Like, really, what YouTube started out for me as was a way to vent and get bullshit off my head. Although it's not good to share everything with people, because people then think they know you because they idolize some depicted ideal that you've put out there on a 4-inch screen and took it as gospel. These apples here are my favorite. I don't know why. They're a Spartan apple. I believe they come from Greece. Oh no, Jason, they come from your place. That's a joke. That's a joke. British Columbia, Canada. That's where they come from. I thought they came from Greece. Originally probably came from Greece. Because Sparta is right next to Greece, or right in Greece, something like that. Good, we don't have to grind. One thing you'll know about me is I will not drink potted coffee unless I grind it myself. And what I mean by potted is I mean like this shit. And then for coffee, I go to Sprouts. I buy espresso and French roast, and I mix them together. And then for this shit, you guys are probably thinking, what the fuck? Why the fuck would he share this? Why would he save this? For this shit right here, I throw this in a bucket. That bucket then goes outside. That bucket then turns into what? What do you guys think it turns into? Just take a wild guess. Mulch. I gave you the answer before you guessed. I know. I'm horrible. I really woke up at like 10 o'clock this morning. But I didn't roll out of bed till about... I'll tell you the honest truth. Let's look at this clock for reference. I didn't roll out of bed till about 12:30. Okay? Fart. Them damn barking spiders, man. They're everywhere. Should really be working on some algebra. I hate that crap. Honestly, I do. But honestly, I have to take this stupid class so that I can do any form of business, so that I can open a fish store or any of that. Even if I wanted to open a restaurant, you have to take algebra. You have to take actually 5 or 6 different math classes just to prove that you know what you're doing, and that you're not going to give somebody the wrong change, wrong this, wrong that, you know. So a lot of business key details in that, and I didn't understand that until I started taking classes. I didn't realize how stupid I am in some areas, and then how intelligent I am in other areas. Oh, you guys would probably love this. We're going out front this morning. Or this afternoon, whatever. Okay. So, I cleaned up the backyard last night, right? And the day before, right? We're just going there. I left it open for the gardener, right? I don't usually, right? Right? Okay, right? Did he even go back there? Fuck no. There's my point. That guy should have a job. This video is probably going to last more than an hour for all y'all who didn't know. I just find it funny, you know, people bitch about not being able to do their job, this, that, and the other thing. But when it comes down to it, if I showed you guys right now, there's 10 ways that this guy's violated our renters' rights. There's 10 ways that he could be taken to court from Sunday. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. I'm not blind. By the way, number one at the top of the list, throwing out personal property of the rentee. That's number one, just so you guys know. You're ever a renter, you do have rights. Just like if you buy a house, you have rights. It's called land rights. I think, or it has something to do with land rights. I know that. I could be wrong. So don't quote me on everything. I mean, I'm not the most intelligent crayon in the box. Okay? Just got a few tricks up the sleeve. Anyhow, let's go back to saltwater tank. That's almost done. Life is about patience and virtue, to understand the fact that it is about patience. Fresh water. We were going to do a water change in here last night. We didn't end up doing it. I was wrong. That snail's not dead. I also don't know the whole rules and stipulations about sending in dyed hair. So I have to check that out first too. Because as people have known for like almost 2 years, I was waiting for my hair to get really long so that I could give it away to little kids that need it more than I do, obviously. And I was talking about Locks of Love. I believe that's what it's called. Oh, so this snail, he doesn't need my help saving his ass, okay? As long as there's no crabs around. He doesn't need my help saving his ass because he can flip right over. That's why I love those snails. I thought he was dead. I've got like 4 of them in here. 3 or 4 of them. No, 3 of them. Because one of them died. The other one's a turbo, I forgot. I don't want to buy any more turbos because every time I come out here, turbos seem to, they knock your corals over. That's what they do. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, they clean everything, but they knock your corals over, and they're little bastards for it. Anyhow, Mr. Grouch in his shell trash can. That's a joke, by the way. You know, like Sesame Street. I should have named everybody in here after Sesame Street. That would have been funny. People wouldn't have got it. It's a parody joke, by the way. If you guys didn't catch that. A lot of the things I do, they're jokes. A lot of people don't laugh at them, but hey, not every joke's to be laughed at, right? Not everything is funny. I can't wait to get more of this. I want to get, the next one I want to get that looks kind of like this, like frog spawn, is called Australian branch coral. And basically, this thing looks like this, like this right here, but gray. And then it has yellow spots where its little polyps are. The beginning of its polyps. And then it's like, as it branches out, I've seen one get full. They go like this, and then they drop another one. They go like this, and then they drop another one. I love that coral because it grows so fast. That's why. But the way I fed my coral last night is the reason why that they popped up today. Well, this one anyways. This one hasn't really popped up since I bought it at the store. It did like how I fed it, though. Don't get me wrong. I watched it intake all the phytoplankton. But the way I have to do that is I actually have to stick my arm in the tank to drop it in because I don't have a long enough baster yet. I'll get one later today. I forgot to get one last night when I was at Walmart. But this guy over here, he just dragged this little pellet that's inside the spot of red algae there. And I need to clean up the rest around back. It looks like a little freaking toxic waste dump. But yeah, that'll be done later when I clean. Somebody told me there's a really easy way to pick it up, that if you grab a turkey baster and suck it up with the turkey baster, you won't pop a single bubble if you're doing it right. Anyhow, that being said, that's a little method of how to get rid of this stupid red slime bubble algae. I'm just gonna have to take this shell away from you, aren't I? When I first got him in here, you guys are probably gonna think me crazy. You see all these holes in the live rock? He did all that. He dug all those out. They all had sand or something else, you know, probably miracle mud up in them, something. But the point I'm trying to make is he dug everything out. He is the coolest fish I've ever had. If anybody were to ask me a favorite, that's my favorite right now, as of right now. If you were to ask me like 6 months from now, I'll probably have a new favorite. Look at that shrimp. We're getting close-ups on everything today, so if you just notice it randomly zoom, it's not you, it's me. That's his cave. The other shrimp's cave's over here. You see? They made little hiding spots for themselves. Everybody's made a little hiding spot for themselves in this tank, and I like that because that shows that they're obviously communalizing and they don't mind each other. Other than that crab back there. He's always going to be the asshole of the tank, other than Remo. Which, Remo's hiding in the corner today. He's been hosting the filter, as we call it. I need to clean this up here. This is dirty. But I won't get to it today. And I don't care if that's your reason for not liking the video. That's a pretty dumb reason. So there's plenty enough crab food for him to scavenge up that arrow crab. So He shouldn't have any problems. He shouldn't have any reason to actually attack other fish, is what I'm trying to say. Or attack anything. That little green dot right there is a piece of the flower pot that already, as we say, fragged off. It was an accidental frag. I'm not going to pick it up out of the sand, though, because it seems to be doing fine down there. If I was going to do anything with it, I'd probably put it right back up, but I'm not going to do anything with it. You guys probably just see that and see a piece of algae, but I know what it is. That little green dot right there, that's a piece of flower pot coral. And there is Goldie hiding in the corner. I have no clue why. She's made her own little cave too, though, so she's fine. If you look right there, there's another animal that created its own little cave. And he's cleaning up as he does it. It's a hermit crab. But yeah, now you get more of a clear glimpse on the arrow crab over there. I don't know what the deal is, but this protein skimmer's been blowing like this for days since I cleaned it. And I don't know if it's that I have this thing too close to it or what, but now I even have Chaeto that I believe that's Chaeto that's growing right there. It could just be algae, but yeah, it could just be algae, but hopefully it's Chaeto. Hopefully. Anyhow, yeah, that would be a really lucky thing if it was, but can't get your hopes up. All this algae that was here the other day, all the green little leaves, all that stuff, they ate it all the crabs that go around and round and round the tank. I just thought I'd point that out. Not a lot of people know that. That's why I don't clean it off, so that when the crabs get lazy, or vice versa, when they don't have a lot of food in here, they'll scavenge all that off the rock and they'll get rid of it. It just will take them a few days. You can see a hermit crab over there by the spider, or arrow crab, whatever. I have no idea why Remo's doing that, but he does that sometimes. That's not his favorite spot. His favorite spot's usually somewhere over on that rock underneath the piece of Tonga. And I believe that is Tonga branch, so if you believe I'm wrong, then correct me. The top piece, not all of it, just the top piece. Anyhow, he's coming our way. He's the other reason I actually put this piece of plastic up on the top, because he tried climbing out once, twice, 3 times now. And when I get a sump, he's the one that will go in it. People probably think me crazy for that, but he'll keep the whole damn thing clean. I won't have to do a damn thing. Kind of like he does in here. What's up, Kiefer? V-Stag, Gary's Aquatics, Dank Tanks, Larry the... after this, I'm going to probably be spending 3 or 4 hours working on homework. So, it's going to be a long freaking day of homework, and more homework, because we didn't get shit of homework done this weekend because we had so much housework to do. He's really weird. Okay, I don't know if you guys can notice this from, like, right there. But, you see those little things right at the top? Let's see. Those are his little crab claws that feed his mouth. Okay? He's got 2 sets of them. And you know what's funny is I had somebody tell me that Remo is afraid of that crab. That this guy up there is afraid of that crab. FYI. Just an FYI. That crab, if he even fucked with that fish would rip him a new arsehole. Because maroons are no pussies. I hope you guys know that. That's why I got it. So basically, telling me something that or acting like I don't know something about something when I got something, it's kind of just absurd. But yeah, Remo always, since I first got him, before this crab was even in here, has swam in that corner. And I can tell you guys why. It's because I had fireworms in here. And the difference between a bristleworm and a fireworm, I actually have looked that up. A fireworm can go around snatching up and eating up your fish. The bristleworm can do that, but it won't necessarily do that. Oh, you got the Keurig in your bedroom. That's a smart deal. Yeah, I want a bigger saltwater tank, but in order to do that, that tank over there needs to make a move to Mom's bedroom. He gave you fish and they got pregnant, so you had to get a separate tank. It's horrible. Sucks when people don't know what they're giving their customer. Like, when I go in there, I actually specifically ask for male or female, and half the time, sometimes they don't know what they're giving us, but sometimes they do. Not everybody's super duper intelligent. I'm not putting anybody down either. I'm just stating not everybody. Not everybody can tell you this from that, tit from tat. But anywho, we're getting to the end of this video because it's almost an hour long. And I need to go do homework, like I've said. Which really sucks. I hate homework. But, as you see, I wasn't lying about the crab. The crab's trying to escape right now. I'm glad to say that I've got good friends over at this fish store, and that anything that he tells me, I know he's not going to sit there and, you know, dupe me, as they say, or F me over. But, you know, you get what I'm saying. Live and learn. We all had to learn. And then for me, learning gave me 7, 8, no, 20 or 10 or 12 tanks. Not all set up, mind you, but I've got enough to play around with. I'm glad they got rid of the algae on the back of this rock, because it was really building. Saltwater's been fun, really has. Oh, you emptied your tanks. Sorry to hear that. There's days where I just want nothing to do with it. I have those days sometimes. And there's other days where I'm like all about it, and I can't shut up about it. There's still some bubble algae there, but I'll get it later when I feed it again. The next tank I want to do that is reef, I don't want to put any fish in it. You guys are probably going to think me crazy for it, but I don't want to put, as I said again, I'm going to say it again, I don't want to put any fish in it. I'm going to put nothing but straight coral in it. And there's going to be no live rock in that next tank that I do for corals. And basically it's just going to be a coral tank. And there's also, like I said, as I said, there's going to be no live rock, so there's going to be no sand either. Nothing for them to stick to. I'm going to do a tank substrateless. How to clean off the white crap on the walls. Oh, that's simple, bruh. Okay, so either that over there, you see that vinegar, or just use a simple razor blade wherever the fudge mine went. But yeah, that's usually how we do it. And there are other products to clean that stuff off the glass, but it's kind of a waste of time if you were to ask me. What I recommend the most for people that have that problem with salt creep, or as we call it, calcium buildup, is just grab water in a spray bottle. I repeat, grab water in a spray bottle. Don't fill the spray bottle fully with water, warm water. Obviously, don't spray it on top of the tank unless you want to corrupt your tank with ammonia and all that crap. But yeah, you spray it on the tank and then you rub with two separate towels. And basically, with rubbing with the two separate towels, one for rubbing the vinegar and the water together on the tank, and then one for wiping off. Obviously, you knew I was going to say that. But yeah, it's pretty simple. That one's actually a simple one to take care of. I get it a lot right here, I'll tell you what. I don't even mess with the light anymore. I've kind of just said, fuck that. But if you look back here, we'll show you. See? On my fingers. I just did this a week ago, so there's not going to be very much. But, yeah. I don't really use vinegar, just so you guys know. I just use a razor blade half the time, or I'll use my scrubber that you see on the other side of the wall. Right there. But that's like, those are like $15 to $8 online, on a store. Well, at Foster's, Dr. Foster's, it's $8, I think. I could be wrong. They could have changed price since then. But before then, it was $15 for one of those over there. That thing with all the coralline algae on the back of it. Anyhow. Wasn't really planning on doing a Salty Tuesday, but kind of just felt like I needed to, and also to tell YouTube, y'all are liars. YouTube's liars. Yeah, YouTube sucks. And I'm talking about the entity YouTube, not the people on it. The people on it are great, but YouTube as an entity sucks. Man, that crab's just back at it. He's over there in the corner again. He better be eating them fireworms and bristleworms. That's the reason I bought them. That's what they do. They clean up your cleanup crew, and kill the bad things and eat the good things. And yeah, they kill both things. Damn crabs. Anywho. We were talking about this fish the other day, how it has an adaptation to where it can stick on the wall. Those are its bottom fins. They allow it to web-like to the wall, like a suction cup, almost. And yeah, it's just a little extra detail I thought I'd share. And Remo, he's still up there. Has been all day. He probably will be till I feed later tonight. And then he'll end up down here. I don't know why he always says that. Maybe Groucho and him don't get along. I don't know. But, yeah. We got about like 10 minutes left of this video. I want to get more coral in this month, but we're really broke right now. What's up, Fish Tropic? What's up, Kiefer? He's debating on getting a snake. I can't own snakes because my mother's afraid of them. Can't own them till I don't live in her house, basically. There's a lot of things I can't own until I don't live in her house, because that's basically how she is. The artist that tells you your paint or your brush strokes aren't that great. Basically, don't be that artist that tells the other person that their art is no good. That's my best advice for people in life. Like, don't depict other people's paint strokes because you see the brush stroke differently. Now we're getting deep. People won't even know what the hell I'm talking about there. My back. What I'm basically saying by that is, don't let somebody else depict what you should make up for yourself on your mind. Because that incoherently is living life for somebody else and not for yourself. And that's what I meant by don't let somebody else depict your your paint strokes. Anyhow. One of these days, you're going to be too big to go out that hole, Groucho. And I won't be able to save you because you'll be gone before I get home. That's why I should just glue that hole shut. He'll just open it back up, though, even if I do. He's a smart damn fish. I just popped some bubble algae. Oops. Oh, that was a big one. That's okay. Get off my damn freaking thing. Shards of sand. I don't know why, but these stupid little shards of sand do not want to come off there. You know, as much as people have owned them in their lives, I've never really owned goldfish. I find them pesky and annoying. But that's just me. If you were to ask me the most annoying do-nothing fish, that's it right there. Is goldfish. Ah, see, I did it all myself. I got all the sand off without actually putting my hand in the tank. See all that pink stuff back there? That's like when you're in salt water, that's actually a good thing. When you go and destroy that pink stuff, you're actually destroying some of your beneficial bacteria, because that stuff is called coralline algae and it actually holds a lot of beneficial bacteria in it, because it survives off of what? What do you guys think it survives off of and thrives off of? Oh, what did I just say 3 times in a row? Beneficial bacteria. And I read that out of a book, so if you want to quote me on that one, you can. Okay? Anyhow, we're getting to the conclusion of this video. We got about 4.5 minutes left. It's a wonderful sunny day. I wish I could go down to the beach, but I ain't got the car. I ain't got the ride. I can't go and do things that I like to do. So, it is what it is. I got plenty of coffee though. There's nobody to come over and drink it with me. It's usually how life is. I figured I'd give you guys a live video. I want to actually do one from the computer later so that people can jump in, but I've been so busy that just shutting the computer down and getting everything ready like I used to takes too much time anymore. I know that sounds like an excuse coming from the king of no excuses. And it's not. It's just I've been so busy with school and life that I can't even concentrate on YouTube. Which, in some aspects, in some respects, I see it as it's kind of killed my channel a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe there's a way to redeem myself from not making as many YouTube videos as I said I would. I don't know. Thank God we didn't have to use this whole bottle of water, though. I don't like wasting water like that. Although this isn't a waste. Although, it is in a sense if you look at it, because drinking coffee is actually very acidic. And what does acidic water do to our stomachs? It actually turns our stomach. We're actually supposed to drink a 9.4 to a 9.5 pH level of water, and I'm not saying a general hardness level, I'm saying a pH level, so people don't get it twisted. Nick's not crazy, but there is a reason for that. People are supposed to drink alkaline water because alkaline water cleans out your system. Alkaline water actually clears your kidneys, clears your liver, clears your gallbladder, clears a couple other things I can't remember. But the only reason I know this is because, obviously, if you guys didn't know this, I kind of wanted at one time point to be a doctor, but I'm too afraid of blood, so I probably never will experience that goal. It'll just be a lifetime goal or a dream or whatever you want to call it, but that's the reason why I know that. Body's supposed to have alkaline water. Really not supposed to drink dumbed down pH waters. And just like fish can't handle, most fish can't handle low pH waters, acidic waters. I think there's only a few things that can, like shrimp and a few other things I can't remember right now off the top of my head. But the point I'm trying to make is a lot of things need alkaline water, not just fish. Boy, oh boy, I forgot sugar. And we got about a minute left. So with that being said, as I always say at the end of my videos, remember, don't turn molehills into mountains. And that with the faith of a mustard seed, you can move any mountain and any obstacle that becomes a hurdle in your way can be moved with that faith of a mustard seed, that small childlike faith. And with that being said, there's really nothing else to say. Nick the Dick's out, man. I did you an hour-long video. Yeah, you could do that with bass. There's actually a guy called Bama Bass that has bass in a tank. But we're at 60 minutes, so adios, y'all. God bless.